What is up, guys? Welcome back to Austin's Off-Road Garage, and today we're going to do a quick little walk around on the 4Runner here. I've got a lot of questions that are like repeat questions from you guys, and I want to answer a bunch of those in this video. First, before we get into that, I want to talk to you guys about, we got some merch now. We got these sweet Austin's Off-Road Garage shirts on the front and the back. So after the video, stick around and we'll show you some more. We got like hoodies and stuff. I'll demonstrate those for you. So stick around to the end of the video and check those out. Okay, so one of my most asked questions is what suspension I run and how much lift. So what I'm running on here, on the front at least, is a 2.5-inch king coilover for the 3rd gen 4Runner. And it also has a 700-pound spring to help with additional weight such as a bumper and a winch. And they are the extended travel model. And I set the preload to about 3 inches of lift. A lot of people ask me how I get 3 inches of lift out of them, and that is how you do it. You adjust this collar right here. It's kind of hard to see, but you adjust this collar up and down, and that's what sets what's called preload. So the other thing we're running up here is these SPC upper control arms. And SPC arms are really cool because you can scoot your caster forward and then move that tire forward so you don't rub as much. I run it as far forward as you can, and I've tubbed my firewall here. So as far as front suspension, that's really it. Just run the coilovers and the SPC arms. The Kings they ride so nice. They're so awesome. I had some Bilsteins on here before that. These blow those out of the water. So if you're looking to upgrade, that's a solid choice right there. Let's move on to the rear. Okay, so the rear has actually been really tricky for me because I do carry a lot of additional weight, as you can see. Plus, once you get a full family in here, we got 2 dogs, a kid, a wife, and then we got all our camp gear, rooftop tent. That's a lot of additional weight, and you got to have a really heavy spring for that. And we've tried numerous options so far, and the best thing that we can come up with so far, which we are currently running, is this OME 861 spring. And it rides really nice. You're gonna have to go all the way underneath there. It rides really nice, and it actually holds the weight so well. We went camping a couple weeks ago, and with all our gear and everything, this thing barely even squatted the rear. So that's been a really big challenge for me, is just trying to find a good spring that rides smooth, holds weight, and it actually has some good articulation. And I think we've actually found that combo. So I'm stoked on that. We also run just a Bilstein 5100 shock in the rear that's for the 3rd gen. So as far as the rear suspension goes, that's about it, I believe. Yeah, it's pretty much factory. Other than that, we do run, come check this out, babe. We do run some these I'm Keith skids on here. Those are super beefy and nice to have. Protects that lower link bracket, and it just welds on there and really gives you some nice protection there. So let's move on to the drivetrain on this guy. So let's move on to the drivetrain. We're gonna start underneath the hood, the main piece that drives your whole truck here. We've got a TRD Eaton supercharger, and we've got this 2.2-inch TRD or URD pulley, excuse me. Gives you a little more boost. I see about 7 pounds of boost on average. It runs. I think there's a lot of fuel cut there. We need that 7th injector kit, but I like reliability, and I'm not gonna mess with it. So as far as that, we just got a cold air intake here from K&N with a AEM air filter, their dry filter. I really like that thing. And other than that, as far as the drivetrain, This 4Runner is dual locked, so it has a factory E-locker in the rear, and it's got an ARB locker in the front with 488 Yukon gears, and it really helps turn these 35s. I really like them. And we're running a 5-speed manual, and other than that, it's got the manual shift transfer case, which is awesome. I love that. And that's about it for the drivetrain. All right, let's jump on the inside of this thing. I've kept the inside relatively, well, pretty much completely factory, other than we have these WeatherTech mats, and I run this scan gauge. Those are super cool. Keep an eye on all your engine temp and all that fun stuff. Got a what is it? It's an odometer boost gauge, and then I've got these, I think I'm gonna say this wrong, but these Scosche magnetic mounts. I have one for a walkie, and then I have one on my phone. Those work pretty awesome. And then we have our locker switches here, which is pretty awesome. They went right into a factory location. Let's open up the back, and I'll show you how we carry all of our extra stuff like tow ropes, so on and so forth. So I just keep my stove back here, a tool set, some boots, some water, and a blanket. Then I have this little bin here, and it's got all sorts of tools. We got a compressor, we got tow straps, extra belts, wiring stuff, snatch blocks, just things of that nature. Something in the future to come to the channel, hopefully soon, is a drawer system. I want to build a drawer system for this thing so bad. Just keep everything nice and neat, not having to take a bunch of things in and out of the 4Runner all the time, especially now that we've got that rear spring that we really like. So watch out for that. We also have this double din Pioneer here as our media unit, we'll call it, I guess, just our stereo. Then that thing's pretty sweet. And then we've done all LED interior lights. The map lights are LED as well. And so I ended up buying a altimeter, like digital readout. It gives you like north, south, and all that, out of a Hilux Surf that I've got to get installed in this thing. Those things are super cool. So haven't got around to it yet, but we're gonna get that installed soon too. So stay tuned for that. And that wraps up the interior. All right, so starting with the front, we've got this Addicted Off-Road like hybrid plate tube bumper. Thing's freaking awesome. It's 3/16 plate. You can mount a winch to it. And what's pretty cool about Addicted Off-Road is they give you options to have a turn signal and these fogs. They'll ship it to you like that, which is super cool. I obviously didn't go with the blinker option. I went with the fogs though. My blinkers are right here. But super beefy. I run a 13,000 pound winch on here, and I've recovered a couple vehicles, and this thing hasn't budged. So well built, Addicted Off-Road. Let's jump to the rear. Sweet, so jumping to the rear here, we've got this 4X Innovations rear swing out. Talk about straight beefiness, dude. Everything I've bought from 4X is just built way over the top, which is awesome. This is a 3/16 plate bumper as well with the swing out on it. It's even got a DOT rated hitch. It's fully gusseted on the inside, just super stout. They have many options. One is a jerry can, you got a high lift mount, and you can carry up to, I mean, the biggest spare you want. Something that's kind of really important to me, and I've noticed in a few other vehicles with different bumpers, is this spare tends to jiggle, but this one seems pretty solid. It does a little bit of movement, but I've seen a lot worse. So that's pretty beefy. let's open it up. I really like their latch system too. It's super user friendly. Pull this pin. Got a nice big handle with a grip on it. And this thing just opens up. And it latches in place, and it's got 2 different latch points. So you can open it up extra wide. I've actually have hit several times on my high lift there. Yeah, this is it. Comes with a couple shackle mounts here. They're super beefy. And that's it for the rear bumper. And let's get some sliders in here. So these are actually from Addicted Off-Road, and I like it because they're not like super fat, and they fit the little kick out matches the flare really nice. And yeah, they're super stout. I've definitely put them to good use. When I put my 35s on though, I did have to end up trimming the front off here, which is not a big deal, but they do poke out a little bit far. What's cool about the Addicted Off-Road, if you go with that choice, they actually sell a bumper, sliders, and a rear bumper in a combo package that is actually, like, I believe you can buy all 3, so they all 3 match. Personally, I didn't like it because the rear bumper was a tube bumper and I wanted a plate bumper, and they don't offer a swing out option. But that's why I went with the package I have. Yeah, sliders are super beefy. So another piece of armor we're running on here is this 4X Innovation skid plate. This thing is 3/16 solid steel. I mean, I've lifted the whole truck up off of this thing. It's just so beefy. Anything you buy from those guys is well worth your money. It's super strong. Gives the radiator a nice bit of what do you want to call it, safety, so you're not going to bash in your radiator there. And I did buy the extended piece that covers all the way to the past the transmission. So that pretty much covers it for armor. All right, so we're going to talk about some accessories that we run on the 4Runner. I've already kind of touched base on some of them up front, but we'll go over them in more detail. Like I said, so I run my turn signals here. This is just an LED strip for like a motorcycle that I bought for like eBay, and I folded down my whatever these is called, I don't even know, and then just taped them to that, tied them into the factory plug. And then I built my own headlights. I used parts from the retrofit source. If you guys are wanting to do that, do it. It's really easy, and it's less expensive than buying them from a company who builds them. Not to bash those guys, but it's not that hard to build your own headlights. I did it in about a weekend with parts from the retrofit source. I don't remember exactly the parts that I used, but I'll link them in the description for you guys. Okay, moving on. We've got these fogs that came from Addicted Off-Road. They're like some Chinese brand, it looks like. And then I just put yellow tape on them. It's capped on tape to be specific. So we're running this X-Bowl 13,000 pound winch here. I know it's overkill, but it was a good deal and I couldn't pass it up. Running some synthetic line. We've got the Factor 55 Fairlead with the Factor 55 flat link here with the rope guard attached to that. And that pretty much sums up the accessories we run on the front bumper. The winch controller is actually mounted up inside the grill. You can't even see it. Gives it a super clean look, which I really like. Kind of a pain to maintain, but it is what it is. So moving on, we've got the Outgear Solutions roof rack made by Joe. He's in California. I don't believe he makes these anymore, which is super sad, but it's all good. And then on top of that, we're running this 40-inch aux beam LED light here. Just your Amazon special, but it works great. These covers are super cool. They like, I can't do it right now, they've been in here for ever and ever, but these orange covers can pop off and you can run just clear. but these are orange flood, so you got a little bit of break it up, the dust and stuff there. Let me pop the hood real quick. I love how Toyota puts the gas and the hood right next to each other. I don't know about you guys, but I always mix those two up. So this is the latest mod here from Spiker Engineering. This hood strut kit. Talk about the best thing you can do for one of these. These are awesome. They add 6 inches of lift to your hood, and obviously it's a strut, so it just goes up by itself. You don't need your hood prop. I keep mine on just for emergencies, I guess, if those break or something. Speaking of accessories too, this is where we mounted our ARB compressor. Pretty simple. We made a custom bracket for that. I have a whole video on installing that. I'll link all that down in the description below. This is pretty cool right here. I handmade this washer fluid tank. I just made a little basket out of some wire, welded it up. The reason I did that, I run the 35s and it sits under here factory and you rub on it like crazy, so I relocated it up here. So that's pretty cool. This is just a Nalgene bottle that I found off Amazon. So let's move to the rear bumper. So accessories we're running back here is, first off, these are kind of hidden. We've got these sweet backup lights. I just tied them into my tail lights so they come on when you put it in reverse. I don't have them on a switch or anything. Got my custom license plate holder here. It's currently being zip tied on because I need to revamp that. But I basically took like a MIG torch holder because I got a big magnet on the base and then stuck it to the bumper. But it's just a little too heavy, so that's actually coming up in a future video as well. I want to rebuild that. We got the 5-gallon jerry can holder from 4X Innovations, and then we've got our high lift jack here. And then we've just got a couple shackles that we keep in case we need to do some recovery. But pretty basic on the accessories. We're still building this thing, so as things move forward, I'll let you guys know and update you. But that's pretty much it there. So let's move on to the next item. All right, so let's talk about wheels and tires, because I get this question a lot too about these amazing looking Stealth Custom Series wheels. So these are made by Stealth Custom Series. They're 16x8 with a 4-inch back spacing and a -12 offset. So it just sticks out just enough for you to get that little poke and throw mud all down your 4Runner, as you can see. They are in the matte bronze color, and we are wrapped in a 315/75/16 BFG KM3. I've had these wheels for a long time. I'd probably say 8 years now. I've had them for a while, somewhere around there. I don't know. But as you can tell, they're a little beat up. They're scuffed. They take a beating. So Stealth Custom is an awesome wheel choice. Just need to get this in a real B-lock someday. As far as the BFGs go, I love BFGs. I've been running BFGs on my 4Runners for forever, in all my other trucks as well. KM3 is really awesome. If you compare it to like a KM2, if you ran that, I'd say it's better. It has more grip, and the tread life seems to be a little bit better, because I've been running these for about 2 years now, and I drive this to the trails and home, so we're getting some good life out of them. Yeah, just rotate and bounce your tire regularly, keep the right air pressure, and everything should be good there. But pretty sweet looking wheels. All right guys, let's talk about this merch for a second. So as you've seen, we've got the Austin's Off-Road Garage shirts, got the logo on the back. I've been wearing these for a couple months now. They're super comfortable. The fit's great. This is a medium. Fits awesome. I love it. Super soft. We've got a couple options. It's getting cold now. We've got hoodies, we got long sleeves, we got t-shirts. So we'll give you a sample of a few of those. Man, this is our long sleeve shirt. It's nice and thick, nice and warm. It's got the logo on the back as well. Comes with a variety of different colors. Yeah, it should keep you nice and warm on a fall day, we'll say. So yeah, check them out. They're super sweet. All right, check it out. This is our hoodies. I love these things. They're so comfortable. They're like fleece lined, super soft on the inside. Got our logo here, logo on the back. The only thing that I've noticed about these after wearing it for a bit is that you got to size up. This is a large. I usually wear a medium, and this one fits me like my other mediums do from other brands. Other than that, highly recommend these. They come in we got them in different colors as well. I really like this gray color. So I'm out here in 90 degree weather, guys. If you don't go buy a hoodie to support your boy, I'm just kidding. So if you want to check these out, they're down in the linked in the description below. Help support the channel, help support what we're doing here so we can make future videos. I greatly appreciate it. So go grab you some merch. These are very limited. I think we're only gonna do like a 2-week run of these, maybe longer. So if you guys are interested, link in the description below. Thanks for watching. Make sure you follow us on Instagram. We got a Facebook page. If you feel so inclined, hit that subscribe button, turn on those notifications, and also give us a like. And let us know what you think of the old or the 3rd gen 4Runner. We love it. It's been a fun build. So we'll catch you guys on the trail next time.